Welcome to News Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're talking about two skinhead cops that punish a black man for trying to make a complaint about another officer. This doesn't go well for the black man.
A black male who reported a cop who nearly ran him over gets jailed. Let's put it up for a mass. Interesting saga, interesting story. We're talking about a man named Joe Ward Wallace. He is suing the LAPD cops, Joshua Sportiello and Edward Pedroza, for falsely arresting him after he attempted to file a complaint against another LAPD cop. It was around 10 p.m., April 11th, 2024. Mr. Ward Wallace was driving on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in the Lamert Park area, approaching the intersection where a green traffic light gave him the right of way, when he was nearly struck by the speeding LAPD patrol car coming from another direction that continued driving without lights or sirens. Meaning non-emergency is what that typically means. It also means you're not alerting the public that you're breaking the law by speeding in a cop car. We had a situation in Atlanta a few years back. Cop did something very similar, killed a man on the street walking, trying to cross it. Shaken by the experience, Mr. Ward Wallace drove to a nearby 7-Eleven and filed a complaint. He parked there to file a complaint with the two officers sitting in their patrol car. But they did not appreciate that. So he survives a near collision. It happens to be a police vehicle that damn near killed him. He goes to the nearest parking lot, collects himself. He sees some police officers. They have a duty to serve.
Cops' only duty is to serve themselves. That's all they do. They're going to watch out for their own and punish anybody that tries to talk against another cop.
Now, according to the lawsuit, this lawsuit was filed Thursday by Los Angeles attorney Christian Contreras. Without warning, defendant officer Joshua Sportiello proceeded to violently and unreasonably assault and battered plaintiff by acts which included, but were not limited to, intentionally and unjustifiably and forcefully stepping on plaintiff's foot and aggressively and violently pushing in his chest area, which severely injured him. Moreover, defendant officer Sportiello admittedly stated that he intentionally stepped on plaintiff's foot and pushed him. Quote, furthermore, after defendant officer Sportiello assaulted and battered plaintiff, defendant officers falsely detained and arrested plaintiff for battery on an officer.
So we just see this often where cops push you, kick you, whatever they do. And if you put your hands out to defend yourself, then that's battery of an officer.
On the way to the station, defendant officers tightly placed handcuffs on plaintiff, shoved plaintiff into the backseat of their patrol vehicle, fastened plaintiff into a malfunction seatbelt, which immediately became unbuckled, intentionally drove the patrol vehicle at high speeds, and slammed on brakes numerous times, causing plaintiff to be tossed and thrown in the back seat, which caused severe injuries to his person, especially his wrist. Now, we've actually heard of cops doing this before. It's called a rough ride. In doing so, If you go back to the Baltimore incident, where a man was severely injured and broken neck, died. This is a cultural thing, ironically.
So they don't clip the seatbelt all the way in and then they say that it's malfunctioned. But after the first time you stop and the guy bangs around, you know that the seatbelt's not on, but they just kept on doing it.
To give individuals a rough ride. Now, typically they do this when they know the person is likely not going to serve jail time at all. This is their way of effecting their corrupt form of justice. It's a cultural thing. Once again, the lawsuit states that Mr. Ward Wallace spent 5 days without eating because not only is he a vegetarian, the food they were giving him was infested with roaches. He was also placed in solitary confinement, apparently to further punish him for asking to speak to a supervisor where he had a panic attack, which made him believe he was suffering a heart attack. But when he tried calling officers on the emergency intercom in his cell, he was ignored, the claim states. Now, hell of a thing. The man just attempted to file a complaint. I mean, if the officers would have just said, hey, listen, man, go to precinct, we don't do that, and left, they wouldn't be part of this story.
So they're skinheads, and here comes a black man trying to get one of their cop friends in trouble. This is all this was. And I bet you that no body cams were turned on when they beat this guy, so they don't have proof that the guy actually hit them.
But because they decided to actively engage in such extreme and, in my opinion, holistically criminal behavior against a citizen who had just experienced an unfortunate situation, they are front and center now in this particular story. And the irony is, if the cop who was speeding had an emergency call but simply did not activate his lights, that complaint goes nowhere. And even if he had nowhere to go, the complaint still doesn't go far. Maybe he gets a verbal reprimand from a sergeant. Why? Because he didn't hit anybody. That's why. He was speeding and didn't get caught by another cop.
Yeah, a complaint against a cop that didn't hurt anybody doesn't go anywhere. They get training or they get, verbal coaching, and that's about it.
Okay, these guys made everything infinitely worse, but this isn't the first time that we've covered Mr. Sportiello. Oh, indisputable. Here it is.
What did I do? Oh, I got that on record. I got that on record too. You wrong. Did you just knock him? That's crazy.
So this is the same cop punching another black man in handcuffs that wasn't resisting.
He just sacked him.
Wow.
He just sacked
him. Just listen to these. Now you got you sue the out there.
I'm finna sue.
Listen to him here. Go to the car.
Call your
Sue the shit
supervisor.
out there.
Now.
Listen to everything they say now.
He don't gotta suck him though. He don't gotta suck him though.
For no reason.
Watch this. Watch this.
Why you fucking?
Is responding to the pickup identifier.
Relax.
Y'all
niggas weird.
Yeah, he just slapped him in the face. Wrong guy.
So what I do?
To attorney Christian Contreras, who's representing Mr. Ward Wallace, you're welcome. Put him up full mass. That's right. The same cop who has been caught up in this madness was the same cop that we covered on Indisputable who punched a handcuffed man in broad daylight in front of everyone. He sucker punched a man in handcuffs. That black man named Alexander Mitchell last year was handcuffed, but there was a video, thankfully due to someone recording, that video went viral. Mr. Alexander Mitchell has since sued the LAPD. That lawsuit remains pending. You may have the prerequisites required for a class action lawsuit here due to the insane behavior of this cop and the equally insane behavior of his supervisors and the culture of policing in the LAPD that would allow someone like this to remain in service to the public. We'll bring you updates as they come.
So this cop is known to be a racist. His partner is just known to be a racist right now, I guess. They're both skinheads. They both think that they're above the law. They can punch and do whatever they want. This one cop already is having a lawsuit against him for punching a non-resistant man. And now he has another one coming for basically torturing another man. So he should be fired after the first one. Hopefully he gets fired after this one. And hopefully a lot of people get in trouble for what they did to this man. But you know as well as I do that probably not. They're going to say, oh, well, he hit a cop, so he deserves everything he got, even though he said he never hit the cop. He just wanted to make a complaint. What do you think of this? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.